What's good? It's your boy L with the first episode of my new show, 1705 Live Sports, where I call the shit the way I see it. Today I want to talk Dallas Cowboys Hall of Fame and the Ring of Honor. Why? Because there are players that I feel like that should be in the Ring of Honor and the NFL Hall of Fame that are not in the Hall of Fame because they're not being recognized by the home team. See, we got to do better by recognizing our players, especially those that make the all-decade team. So, I'm going to give you a rundown on players that have already been inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame and some of those that should have been. So I'm going to start like this. I'm going to give you the whole list. If you're a true Blue fan, you know that there are 19 players inducted into the Ring of Honor, 2 executives, and 1 head coach. 15 of these players are also inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. 2 of those players have been finalists. 5 of those players have never made it. And 1 of those players is an all-decade wide receiver. It's a shame that the Cowboys do not get to take their place in history because the team itself doesn't recognize the players and the positions that they played and the parts that they played throughout history on this team. And I'm going to give you a rundown of the 15 players that are already in the Hall of Fame and the rest of the list. So the 15 players that are there: Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro, Roger Staubach, and Coach Tom Landry, Randy White, Tony Dorsett, Bob Hayes, Tex Stram as an executive, Rayfield Wright, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Charles Haley, Larry Allen, and Gail Bryant, another executive. The 2 finalists were Leroy Jordan and Cliff Harris. Okay. Now, in this 5, I have a problem. One of these 5 is all-decade 1970s. Don Meredith, Don Perkins, Chuck Howley, Darren Woodson, and again, Drew Pearson. All-decade 1970s. Inducted into the Ring of Honor November the 6th, 2011, when he should have already been inducted into the Ring of Honor and the NFL Hall of Fame, being that he's an all-decade 1970s player. Most of all of Pittsburgh's 1970s decade players are in the NFL Hall of Fame and recognized by the team. So I feel like that's a problem. So I want to bring out a few other players that I feel like should be in the Ring of Honor and in the NFL Hall of Fame. At East Texas State, played for the Cowboys 10 years, starting from 1973 going into 1983 at defensive end. First team All-Pro, 4 times Pro Bowl, 6 division championships, 1970s all-decade team. We're talking Harvey Martin, the Dallas Cowboys all-time sack leader before DeMarcus Ware arrived. So how is this man not inducted into the Ring of Honor? Now, if we want to talk things that were done off the field, there are a couple of players that are already inducted into the Ring of Honor and the NFL Hall of Fame that have done way worse than Harvey Martin. Okay? So it's a time to keep it real. Fuck the bullshit. He should be in the Ring of Honor and the NFL Hall of Fame. We're talking all decade. So we need to stop the bullshit and put these real players on the wall where they belong alongside their teammates. And looking at his stats and his numbers, he belongs. And so does Tony Hill. And so does Danny White. And so does Ed Too Tall Jones in the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor. So I would like for you to tell me who it is you think that should be in the NFL Ring of Honor, well, the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor and the NFL Hall of Fame that are from the Cowboys past. And yes, I will include Moose Johnston and a few other players. So you tell me who it is that you think should be in the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor and the NFL Hall of Fame. And maybe we can help a petition get going and get these people in the places that they deserve to be. This summer, the whole conversation has been contracts, 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 and more contracts. We watched Jalen Smith sign a $64 million contract with $35.5 million guaranteed, leaving money spread on the table for his teammates, which was a good thing. We appreciate that from a good guy. And hopefully Dak, Zeke, and Amari Cooper were willing to do the same thing so that this team could be together for a couple of good years. Hey man, we looking good toward the future. There's never been a time that Jerry has never paid a top-notch player on this team, so you can forget about it. Those that believe that we're gonna let Zeke walk, we're not gonna pay Dak, we're not gonna pay Amari Cooper, you can hang that bullshit up because that's not what's gonna happen. We're gonna sign all three guys just as we did Jalen Smith, and we're gonna move forward and we're gonna kick ass. So get ready and see us kick ass. So today, before I end my show, I want to read to y'all from the book of Ezekiel. Pay thou, Jerry, pay thou as fast as thou can, for thou playest in 2 weeks. Give it thou money, or thou leave it thou ass high and dry. Payest thou Dak and thy Cooper too. If thou not payest thee, thou not seest thy Super Bowl. So get it thou shit together, thou Jerry, and thou shalt win in thy near future and thy days. From the book of Ezekiel. Peace.